Good afternoon, my respected lecturer and my fellow classmate. I'm Lim Sao Lun, metric number 264080, and I would like to deliver the informative speech with topic of the benefit of learning another language. Nowadays, things are changing rapidly. Therefore, people need to learn a new skill, the knowledge, in order to adapt with this highly changing environment. The ability that I would suggest is to learn another language. Well, first of all, what is language? According to Bilingual Kidsport, language is defined as the system of spoken or written where people use to express their thought and idea through communication and interact with each other. Well, why we should learn another language? The reason is simply because the world is connected. Most of the countries on planet Earth are connected and they are interdependent. People and capital are free to flow in and out between the countries, and language will be the main medium to connect people from the different background. As for your information, I'm the student which currently take a course of Bachelor of Science Economy with honors. Besides that, my mother tongue, which is Mandarin, I could also speak Bahasa Malay and English as well. And currently, I'm learning French as my fourth language. I would like to share some knowledge and experience about the benefit of learning another language. Learning another language will definitely beneficial us more than we could imagine. Well, I will highlight three main benefits of learning another language, which are: first, to get the better career opportunity; second, to improve our communication skill; and third, to have a better understanding about other culture. Well, let us begin with the first benefit. Firstly, learning another language could help us to get a better career opportunity. Yes, that's absolutely true. Based on a survey that did by the Confederation of British Industry last year, about 74% of employers said that they would prefer to hire multi-language employees compared to bilingual employees. Well, the same situation also did happen in US, United States of America. That's the number of multi-language employees that being hired between year 2010 and 2015 is almost more than double than compared to bilingual individual. Well, according to Rachel Wiggers, the chances of being employed and getting promotion would be much higher if we could speak more than one language. This because multi-language employees are able to communicate and interact with organizations from different countries. And these employers will consider this as a valuable asset. And this will help the employees to increase their possibility to send them out to the other countries to work internationally. Well, since the ability of speaking another language could connect us with a broader range of people, therefore, in this booming era of startup where organizations are tackling into new market, soon enough as we graduate, as we can work, we could easily get hired because we are able to speak more than one language compared to those fresh graduates that could only speak in their mother tongue. Yes. With multi-language skill, we are able to communicate and negotiate with the potential customer and supplier from the other country who do not speak in our native language. Well, from my personal point of view, The ability to speak multi-language shows the potential employees that we will work hard and motivated because we are able to learn more than one language. And this would be our competitive advantages when we go to interview for a job after we graduate. Besides, advanced language skill would also lead us to get the promotion because we are ahead of the crowd. Well, moving on to the next benefit. According to Megan Sharon, learning another language would improve our communication skill. She stated that people rarely think how their mother tongue works, but learning another language will force us to be more conscious about the grammatical rules and the sentences order of the language. This means that the more we understand the structure of the multiple language, the higher chances we will be able to recognize the subtle similarity and the differences between the language. Well, mastering another language also means that we will make less mistake or error on our grammar, speaking, writing, and even editing. Australian philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein is credited with his quote of "The limit of our language means the limit of our world." Yes, this is true. It's true enough. The ability of communication in foreign language will help us to open the vacation destination possibility and connect us to more people all around the world. Well, this could be explained that locals will be surprised and treat us differently when we could speak in their native language compared to those who cannot speak in their language. This is because it will show them that we respect their culture by speaking in their language. And this is the most easiest way to interact, for us to interact with other people in different backgrounds. Besides, for those who wish to study abroad, they have to learn the foreign language because communication in people's native language will make people feel more comfortable, and it will break down the barriers between each other. So, in my opinion, learning another language would improve our communication skill, while great communication skill will allow us to meet and interact with different kinds of people and more of them. Networking or connection is one of the most important things in our life, and this comes from communication. It's not what you know, it's all about who you know. This is true, but first we must have a great communication in order to meet and interact and connect with others. Last but not least, the benefit of learning another language is to have a better understanding on other culture. Cyril stated that learning another language is as important as understanding the culture. To fully appreciate and respect the language that we learn, we must first understand the culture of the people who speak that language. Without understanding the culture, we cannot even speak the language effectively. So we must learn the culture of our target audience. It said that in order to deliver the message clearly, we must first to understand our audience and how to address them correctly. American Council on the Teaching of Foreign Language concluded that a language learner will never master the language without understanding the culture behind the people who speak that language. It's proof that the language learner will quickly gain the knowledge and understanding that culture by speaking that language through the language. This shows that the relationship of the language and the culture are directly connected and they are not separable. Well, according to Meagher theorem, learning a language could make us automatically gain the interest on the tradition of the culture. So, being able to communicate in another language will definitely open our eyes toward the tradition, history, religion, and the art of that culture. So, from a standpoint, I think that greater understanding on the other culture promotes greater empathy, tolerance, receptiveness, and acceptance of other people from different backgrounds. Study shows that people who start learning another language since they are younger will be open-minded, more open-minded, and would express more positive attitudes and unbiased towards the people from other races, culture, belief, religions, which associated with that language. Well, in a nutshell, I will conclude that we should learn another language. This because learning another language would definitely benefit us and change our life, like getting a better career opportunity, improving our communication skill, and understanding and get a better understanding on the other culture. So, have you started to learn another language? Not yet? Then what are you waiting for? Well, that's all from me. Thank you.